Hello, good evening. My name is Mariaelena Alessandrini. I'm the CEO of a company named Metalinea. It's an Italian company working in the metalworking field. That is to say, a complete different field from Hemp. When we started in 2009, we were mainly working in the design field. Then in 2012, we started studying hemp plant, and according to our research and our information regarding new developments, new opportunities on the market, we decided to invest in the building field. We are in 2014 when we started our production, and today Edilcanapa is a branch of Metalinea, and I will be pleased to give you a short picture, very quick picture of what we are doing using what is considered, let's call, a waste material after the best part of the hemp plant has been taken. So we use stamps, of course, as you can see from this picture, and once we split stamp after first transformation, we obtain two important raw materials, that is to say, sheaves and fiber. These two materials are really exceptional in the building field, and that is because especially sheaves, as you can see from the picture, if we get it bigger using a microscope, it's completely made of cavities inside that are full of air. This is important because in a very natural way, these materials are excellent insulation materials. Now, according to our experiences, we mixed these two different components with other components such as natural lime, hydraulic lime, or BICO or PLA glue components to obtain new products. And this is our design, our research that brought us to develop new materials having specific technical behavior. All our materials are excellent thermal and acoustic insulating materials. They, of course, are eco-friendly, and that is because, according to our philosophy, we use hemp, that is an eco-friendly material, of course, but also all natural components to obtain 100% natural materials. They are excellent, I told you, insulation materials, but not only they do not are able to protect us from not only able to protect us from low temperature in winter, but they can also protect us from very high temperature in summer. They have what it is called thermal inertia. They are breathable materials, that is to say that they are able to maintain, to keep the humidity inside inside the rooms always at the same level, giving us a feeling of a well-being living. They are light materials, safe, as I told you, 100% natural. They are healthy because they do not release any sort of harmful materials or harmful substances, and at the end of their life they can be used or reused. Now, according to our research, we were able to manufacture new materials, giving allowing us to create two different main families of products based on sheaves, that is to say, blocks and all the pre-mixed material, that is to say, for example, plaster or blocks or stucco and so on. And using always sheaves, but with other components, we also make hemp painting, as well as hemp panels. This is a material, this is our patent, a new material with different application in the building field as well as in the furnishing one. And then with fiber, we can manufacture a different series of materials, 100% natural or 85% natural material and 15 Bico fiber, that is an acrylic one. In our production plant, so we manufacture all premixed materials that are sold, as you can see. This is our packaging, as well as blocks. These are some picture taken from our company. An important picture on the right side shows you the way we dry our blocks. That they is made completely in a natural way, that is to say, open air. We do not use adding energy because our material have to be low energy consumption materials. And this is another material that we make using hemp wood, that is to say wood panel, a rigid wood panel that can be used, as I told you, also in the furnishing field. It's a heavy material, but at the same time a very high insulating material and rigid at the same time, having several applications, and the market is right now recognizing this material a great chance. That is, as I told you, mainly because it's rigid but at the same time highly insulating. Now, to distribute our range of products, at the beginning, I tell you what, it was a very hard job. It was very difficult because we had to create a demand for something it didn't exist on the market. And luckily, we understood that we had to use a not standard distribution channel that was the one of retailers, but we had to concentrate on technicians. That is the reason why we are continuously arranging training course for engineers, architects, geometers, and all the technicians of the building field, trying to explain them how to use and project and design using our materials. A very important aspect is that we also make training courses in different Italian universities where we are called to train students to use new materials and to design using new materials. Of course, there is also the presence of building material retailers, and we ask our partners, because retailers are our partners, to show the material, because customers have to touch, smell, they have to see, of course, the material using all the different senses, because these are 100%, in this case, as you can see in the picture, 100% natural materials, and when you touch them, when you see them, you can perfectly feel the difference between standard building materials and, of course, natural ones. These are two showrooms into different retailers in Italy. Now, the use of these materials, I will try to give you the feeling of what we can do using our materials. This is, for example, a house. We are in the south of Italy, and it is about a 300 square meters house, completely made with our blocks. This is another project made using fiber panels. We are in Sicily in this case, so south of Italy again. This is a finishing material, a stucco finishing on a restyling we made in the place of Campobasso, another Italian city. And for example, this is a very interesting work we made in a museum, a Fedena museum, where they had to insulate the building, but not working outside outside but inside, so we needed to use a dry solution. And with our Saluberpan, our patent material, we could easily and quickly insulate all the museum in such a way to have an insulating and at the meantime using breathable materials, helping to keep the humidity stable inside the museum, the showroom in the museum. Another important aspect is that once you used our materials, at the end of their life, they could be submitted to the selective demolition. It means that separating the material while dismantling the house or the building, you can separate them and you can reuse the material. This also happen during the works. So when you're building your own house or you're making any sort of works using our materials, 100% of what the customer buys, it is used. There is no material wasted, no material that is not used, because while if, for example, in this case, these are bricks, you cut them because you need specific shapes, at the end you can reuse it to make, for example, the floor, to insulate the floor. So 100% of what the customer buys is used during the work. And then, of course, recycling. As I told you, you can reuse the material, and you can also consider that once you treat the material as a recycling material, this material becomes a new raw material to make again new materials, such as, for example, bricks. And I can also tell you that we may already made different tests, and we have the evidence that using raw material coming from the recycle, we can obtain better bricks having better technical performances than the ones made with hemp and lime new materials. And this is a great aspect, that means that the recycled material, it is not just a new raw material, but a better raw material to create the same series of products. If we want to summarize what I said, this is the Edilcanapa model, that is to say, a perfect example of circular economy. So raw material, we spoke about design, the way we designed our materials, and then the production process, distribution, use, collection, and recycling. What is important, as I told you, that in this system, this is a perfect closed system, because we have zero waste remain. So we do not have any sort of material impacting on the environment, because using our material, we are sure that the 100% of what we manufacture and we use to the work we have to carry on, in the work we have to work to carry on, it's complete. The material it is completely used. Now, this perfect model, this perfect systems allow us to obtain, of course, an eco-friendly material, and of course, because we have perfect insulating materials, and we use renewable sources, and the material is recycled at the end of life, and we have also the plus of a better raw material coming again in the circulation, but in the circular economy, but at the same time, we obtain biocompatible material. Biocompatible, comes from Greek bios, that means life, compatibile, cum patir, that comes from Latin, which means in harmony. That is to say that our materials are in harmony with life. It means that they do not issue any substances that could affect human human wealth, as well as, of course, the environment. So our materials, they respect the environment in where we live. Now, these two aspects of our material, that is to say, eco-friendly, biocompatible materials, allow us to perfectly fulfill what is the European Green Deal. Now, as you know, the European Green Deal is the European strategy to create a modern resource-efficient economy, and at the same time, in 2050, being able to reduce net emissions, gas emissions to zero, to absolutely avoid gas emissions in 2050. This is the strategy of the European Green Deal, and among the main points we have mobilizing industry for a clean and circular economy, and we perfectly are in this point, as well as building and renovating in an energy and resource-efficient way. That is to say that with our business, that of course at the moment we could say it's a niche area, a niche market. Looking at the future, we believe we will have great opportunity, also thanks to the way the European government is moving, and as well as the way they will, let's say, they will recognize, they will give opportunities to the companies, of course, better fulfilling these two aspects. Of course, there are more, but we perfectly mean these 2 points. And a few days ago, there was the European Council approved conclusions document, where once again, among the focuses we find promoting nature-based solutions among the main focus. And that's exactly what we are, what we do. So Edilcanapa, in its work, is continuously promoting nature-based solutions using hemp, and I want to just spend 2 words. In our field, we cannot use the word cannabis because, of course, it's strictly linked to certain use, and if it is already, as we heard this day, all the problems we have to legalize and to better use these substances in the building field, cannabis would be a great limit. So this is a word that unluckily we cannot use in our field, and we generically speak about sativa hemp. So Edilcanapa, in its way of working, is continuously working to develop new materials and, of course, new products, promoting nature-based solutions. I was quite quickly in my picture because, of course, this is a content that goes a bit outside what has been discussed this day. So I thank you for your attention, and if there are any questions, of course, I'm open to answer you whenever you need. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mariaelena.